I think the very first step to self-help would be gratitude. If you were to learn how to muscle up, right, I think it has a lot to do with who's teaching you, where you're getting your knowledge from, obviously, and how much you believe in yourself.
I've seen so many people flip. You're like, I will know right away if like someone could do this or not.
This is my perspective. Not everyone was able to afford gym memberships and all that stuff. I wasn't able to afford gym memberships, and I'm like, how am I gonna get jacked without having to lift weights? I always wanted to help people around me, right? But how can I help someone if I was like, if my glass was empty, right?
How do you make the mental barrier? Like, how do you break it? What are the cues that you've given other people, and then obviously how you've broken it yourself?
Everyone learns differently, right? You just have to trust that your body will do it because you know what your body's capable of doing.
Yeah.
If you can't be honest and deep with yourself, you literally won't get through this life the way you need to be, right?
We got Mr. Zandy.
What's up?
Professor Zandy Sunga on the podcast today.
Sunga, we'll just say it.
Sunga?
Yeah.
You don't like sauna?
It's not Sunga. It's
Suna.
It's Sunga. It's like pronouncing
Suna.
song. You don't say the N.
Oh, okay.
Sunga.
Are you a good Filipino, bro? I don't think I'm that good.
What makes a good Filipino?
I don't know the history too well. Like I'm first generation. Like you were born there, bro. Like you probably speak Tagalog. Like I don't speak Tagalog, bro.
Yeah, I could speak Tagalog. It's just not like, it's not my go-to.
Okay.
I only do it when my grandma and grandparents were alive.
Okay.
Right?
Why don't you speak it?
My parents just straight up, like, they try talking to me in English even though they can't.
Okay.
They struggle with English, but when I need to, like, I will. But they also understand English, so it's kind of like a crossover. I could speak Tagalog. I sing Tagalog music straight up. I fully understand. So I don't know, man. Like I stutter with words in English sometimes too.
I couldn't tell until you told me you're Filipino, and then I was like, I could kind of tell.
Yeah, like sometimes my words come out fobby, and I'm like, oh man, my characters for day are done. You know how on like Twitter you can only say like a certain amount? It gives you like 500 characters. That's me, bro. I have maybe like.
It gives it character though, bro. Like I feel like if you speak too good English, like actually I don't know, maybe too good English is good. I don't know. What's your opinion on that?
Honestly, man, as long as people understand what I'm saying, I'm good. Like I feel like I've been doing this for way too long. No way I'm not speaking English. Come on. What the heck? Yeah.
So Zandy taught me how to backflip 2 days ago, and I kind of lost it today. But I'm still good at it, kind of.
Yeah, man. Like, this guy honestly thinks he's going to get a backflip. He did get the backflip within, like, the hour. But it takes time. You can't just, like, pull the backflip. Like, you might be lucky enough to do the backflip all by yourself the next day. But it's consistency. Like, just like working out. If you stop working out your chest in, like, a week or two and you're just a beginner,
It's the same thing.
It's the same exact thing. It's a muscle. It's a muscle memory, right?
Like, how did you get into flipping, bro? Were you like, one day I'm going to send it and just chuck myself in the air?
I was just like you. Like, you're like, oh my God, backflips are so cool. I don't see it.
What year was this?
My first backflip ever, properly, like I've attempted it my whole life. Almost like since I was like 17.
Okay.
But the first time I actually landed a backflip and was like, oh my God, I have it, was 2020.
What do you mean you have it? Like every single time, guaranteed?
Guaranteed. I don't think I've ever failed a backflip for the past 3-4 years.
Okay.
And it was like 2021. People thought that I had backflip on point, but like I do this thing where I go up on a ledge, like it could be outside. As long as I tuck, I knew I was gonna land. Like I told you, as long as you're elevated, you're gonna flip.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're doing it like on the ground, you have to jump, or else you're not gonna get the full rotation that you need. Especially if your tuck rotation isn't, to the T. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So was the backflip the first thing you learned?
Honestly, bro, I don't know. I think in terms of flips, I think front flip would probably be the first thing, like a front handspring. Front handspring is like...
For the people who don't know flipping terminology, what's a front handspring?
Okay, so instead of flipping backwards, you flip forward. So you see the ground first, and then you see the sky, and then you land forward.
Okay.
A front handspring is like you touch the ground and you push off, so like you support yourself with your hands, just like a back handspring.
Okay.
Right.
So it's kind of like a cartwheel a little bit?
Cartwheel is like more sideways.
Okay.
Front flip. So no, it's not like it's definitely not like a cartwheel. It's easier. I think a lot of people are more like susceptible to actually doing that because like I'm pretty sure a lot of people in their lifetime has attempted to roll over on the ground. If you haven't, y'all need to get moving, bro.
Why do people need to roll? Why do people need, or should they? Why should they roll? Why should they move their body like that? Because it's uncommon, bro. Like, what do you think the percentage of people in the world who can backflip? It's probably less than 1%.
Yo, honestly, man, like in the space I'm in, I always forget that because all my friends, like my close friends and stuff, maybe like 90%.
Yeah, Canada people are built different, bro.
90%. What? Nah, bro.
I go hang out with these motherfuckers, bro. Everyone's flipping. Everyone's gymming together.
It's because he's hanging around those people, right? Like if you hung out with someone who didn't flip and did anything like that, you'll be in their world.
Sure.
And maybe their friends won't be flipping.
100%.
So I always forget that like backflip is mind blowing to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But if you've seen backflips enough and you have friends, it's kind of like not that impressive anymore.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a mini life journey for you though to like teach people because like it's a lot of your content too. Like a lot of your content's like how many backflip videos have you done now?
Oh, good point.
In terms of like teaching it, like it's probably like 10 or 15.
The videos, 10 or 15, but I can guarantee you I can call maybe like 200 people or plus
200
who's learned a backflip from me.
So I was learning a backflip from Zandy today, and the amount of small like things here and there that fucking he saw, I was like, how does that make a big difference? He's like, bro, like I've seen so many people flip. I know if they can at first too. Like you're like, I will know right away if like someone could do this or not. Yeah,
it's not like I'm trying to like put anyone down. There's a certain prerequisite you need to have physically.
Nah, he's like, nah, you can't do this shit.
Mentally. Like I could look at someone and go, yeah, you could backflip, or you could probably backflip, and you can't. Like I know you can't because you have to work on other things.
Before we continue this week's conversation, I just wanted to take a quick moment and talk to you about our friends at Mudwater. Their original blend is a coffee alternative made of 100% organic cacao, masala chai, turmeric, lion's mane, reishi, and cordyceps to give you natural energy and focus without the jitters or crash. When I know I'm gonna have a long day ahead of me, I mix the Mudwater original blend with some whole milk and a couple drops of honey to elevate my day. In my opinion, it's more flavorful than a chai latte and is better fuel for my body. To elevate your day and get the benefits of coffee without the jitters or crash, click the link below to receive 20% off. And back to the show.
How do you get the mental part though? Because like I experienced that today in the sense of like, just jump, bro. Like so basically I couldn't get high enough on the backflip based on the jump, and there was a couple of things that went through my brain that went, it clicked, and I got high enough in the air and I just fell into it. But for most of it, my knees kept buckling and I didn't jump high enough. You know what I'm saying? Like the mental aspect of it, like we were talking about, like just the mental game of like almost any sport today. You know what I'm talking about? Like just breaking through that barrier, like with backflips, and you've seen so many people do it. Like what are the cues that you've told them, or for yourself as well, because you've went through multiple things in the disciplines that you do right now.
Yeah. Okay. Damn, this one's gonna be so deep for a backflip. Think about like basketball. You ever play basketball?
Not very good at it, but yeah.
But okay, so you know how like when you shoot 3-pointers, like you can get it in sometimes. Okay. Sometimes you miss.
Ask Jackie.
And no matter what, you're doing like that form. You do whatever you can.
The flick of the wrist. Okay.
The flick of the wrist. You need that flick of the wrist. You need. For me, it's like that flick of the wrist and the point, and the full arm extension to get it in, and like confidence too.
Okay.
That's just how backflip is. Like subconsciously now, I don't think about that. I don't think about it that deep. My body is just like entwined to it. I'm ready to backflip anytime, anywhere, any state of mind.
Sure.
It's different for
He's talking
everyone.
about it because he was drunk and he still landed backflip, guys.
Yeah. I know I can't do a backflip when I can't do it I don't know, it's like a certain amount of drinks. If I can't backflip, I'm gone. Okay. I'm somewhere.
He's intoxicated.
Yeah. I'm either intoxicated is the worst thing I've ever done. So yeah. What was the question again? How do you make the mental barrier? Like how do you break it? How do you break it? Yeah.
Like what are the cues that you've given other people, and then obviously how you've broken it yourself?
Okay, we'll start off with other people because this is the easiest one for me to answer. I think everyone learns differently, right? There's a certain thing that happens, like so. There is the perfect backflip form. I guess perfect. Not.
How would you describe it?
You jump straight up, you tuck towards your arms, and you land straight down. Right? It's just like you jump, you spin in that one spot, and you land in the same spot, upright, standing upright. I think that is the perfect backflip, right? People backflip and they like travel forward, they don't tuck enough. You can argue that a backflip is like you're flipping backwards in any case, and you land on your feet. Like, you don't have to tuck. Like, if you watch football players backflip, they do it. There's a certain way football players backflip, and there's a certain way soccer players backflip when they know how to backflip. There's a certain way gymnasts backflip. Gymnasts have perfect backflips.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, have you watched UFC at all? Mm-hmm. So UFC, like, when they celebrate too, it's like they jump in the air, they get in that U shape off like the cage, and it's just like a big circle, and they just end up landing on their feet.
Yeah, there's like a layout, right? They don't really have to jump. They're elevated off the ground.
Yeah, they just fall.
Yeah, there's certain pointers, right? There's like the foundation of a backflip. You have to jump fully extended, get your arms up beside your ears, and you have to tuck, meaning bring your knees towards your arms and not bring your arms towards your knees, right?
Because it's a big ab workout, bro. When I realized, I was like, my abs are so fucking sore.
It's a full body workout. Like, when you first started getting to your backflips, you're gonna be sore in places you've never been sore before. But just like every other muscle, the moment you keep doing the same workout, your body will get used to it. If you've been pushing the same weight for years, you're probably not going to feel that soreness anymore unless you change it up a bit, right? And learning backflips is a big change for a lot of people, because I think it's the first thing people want to learn when it comes to flips, backflip. But I argue that backflip might not be the first thing you want to learn, honestly, right? Because there's so many aspects to backflipping itself, mentally and physically.
Well, you got us to do front flips when we were warming up.
Yeah, because you guys had that.
Trampolines.
Oh, yeah, back to that question. Because I know you guys had the physical capabilities of doing it. Plus, we're in a safe space. There's mats that we're landing on, and it's not going to hurt as long as you follow, like, rules. Like, there's people who don't have
the dexterity or the body awareness to, like, just, like, to land properly.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those ones where rhythm too comes into play. Like, some people just don't know how to jump straight up, and honestly, it might not be for them, right? Like, if I told someone, go on your knees, pause, and roll over your head forward,
they can't.
They literally can't, because they've never done it in their lives.
Yeah. So I guess for you now, like, for you mentally, like, say you're learning a new trick or learning a new skill, and I mean, I would say trick because, like, you're pretty advanced now, and, like, there's probably still a few things that kind of scare you, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like a new skill. Like, how do you break through that mental barrier? Because, like, you could see it in your head, and you could see the skill that you want to do, and you're trying to get your body into that position, and, like, how do you get yourself to, I guess, achieve that skill that's in the air?
For the first time, the first couple flips, they're the most challenging one, I believe, right? Because that's like the first time you're breaking barriers when it comes to flipping. But when it comes to other moves, they're just variations of the same flip that you learned at the beginning. So if you just apply height, tuck, and when it comes to twisting, you just have to trust that your body will do it, because you know what your body's capable of doing.
Yeah.
Right? There's many flips, like a back full is a backflip with a 360 spin. If you guys can't like visualize that, search it up. But you literally
look it up, guys.
You spin 360 as you're doing a backflip.
360 degrees.
Yeah, so if you can 180 spin, you can do an Arabian. So it's a backflip to a front flip. I showowed you guys that earlier.
Yeah, that was sick.
And then you land in a front flip position.
It's literally like you look like a superhuman.
Yeah, man. Like, I always forget that this is crazy, because sometimes I look back on my phone and I'm like,
whoa,
yo, I really did this today. Like, I'm sitting here right now on my couch. I'm chilling. This didn't feel real. But then when you get into like flow state and you're in the zone all the time.
I feel that about a lot of things. Like you do calisthenics as well. Like, yes. It took me forever, bro, to get my first muscle up. Like, I was doing bands for like 3 months, dude.
Who taught you, bro?
Who taught me? I don't know. I think I was 16. I was pretty young.
Yeah, man. Honestly,
I think I just wasn't strong.
Nah, bro. It has nothing to do with. It does have something to do with strength.
It definitely does have to do with strength.
But
you gotta have some lats on you, bro.
Yeah, of course, right? Like I told you, when it comes to backflips, you have to have like a certain prerequisite to get a backflip, right? And I like hyping people up. We're like, oh, you have to jump only like this high to get it, because like physically you can. I mean, in my head, I could just backflip without jumping.
Yeah.
And I could backflip low. But if you were to learn how to muscle up, right? I think it has a lot to do with who's teaching you, where you're getting your knowledge from, obviously, and how much you believe in yourself. Because my first muscle up was back in like, I think elementary. I had no muscle on me. I could argue I didn't have muscle on me, and I just kept attempting it, and then I found like this hack, whereas like it's not really a muscle up. You swing a lot, and you keep swinging until you get up there, and the moment you get there, you try like swinging less, and until it becomes strict. But over time, if you keep doing that, your body will adjust, and you'll get the strength to do it.
Yeah,
that's everything in life. You guys, like, things that you want, that you really, really want, that's very hard, does not come easy. Right? If everything, like, this is so cliche, if everything comes easy, all right, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Then everyone would be doing it, and then it won't be like that.
Everyone would be doing backflips out here.
Oh, yo, that'd be a vibe, though. That'd be such a vibe. That means, like, the world is changing. That means everyone's fit. Like, I'm not attacking, but you know what I'm saying?
Imagine people just outside sending it. You're like, yo, I'm normal now? This sucks.
Duh, yo, bro, honestly, I started all this because I'm like, I didn't want to be... I'm not hating on dancing. I love dancing. I just didn't want to be that Filipino guy who danced. I used to dance. It's not that I can't dance anymore. It's just like I choose not to because
I want to be that Filipino guy that can dance, bro. I can't dance.
Get into classes, bro.
I'm trying.
LA is very known for dancers,
I need to go to it.
Like,
but I guess back to the skill thing and you getting back into dancing. I'm not dancing. You getting into flipping. Like we were talking about it earlier today in the sense of like just getting good at skills. Like there's so many cool things to learn out there. Like we were talking about music. We were talking about flipping. We're both prepping for a bodybuilding show at the end of this year, and it's on the DL, guys. Don't tell anybody.
Download, not anymore. It's all good.
And I guess like what makes you pursue, I guess, like flipping? Like for me, when I got into like kettlebells, I just decided, and like flipping kettlebells, I'll show you some stuff later.
Sick.
I just like loved it, and I would play around with kettlebells for hours until like I got pretty competent at it, you know. And well, I guess for you, it was flipping. You know, like why flipping? Like why did you fall in love with it? Because you could have done anything else,
bro. Man, it's such a guy thing. Like flipping was cool. I wanted to do it like it's a party trick. I wanted to impress girls and all that stuff, right? And then it got to the point where like it goes so deep to like why you want to do certain things. If you want to do it for like health benefits, if you want to do it, could be anything.
As long as you could do other safer things for health benefits than flipping in the air.
I know, but like flipping was one of those things where like not everyone could do it, and I didn't want to be the same as everyone, right?
Hello, friends. I hope you are enjoying the show. I just wanted to chime in and talk to you about Bucked Up. If you need more protein in your diet, creatine to aid your muscle growth as well as recovery, or pre-workout for your demanding sets during your workouts, Bucked Up has you covered. I use their Snickerdoodle protein and creatine monohydrate every single day. And on days I don't feel like working out, their BAMF nootropic pre-workout keeps me swinging kettlebells, running mountains, moving weight inside and outside the gym. If you'd like to try them out and save some money, use code NateBiltz1 for 20% off any order. And back to the show.
Zandy said he's the calisthenics king of Toronto, guys.
Check
him out. Check out his 900 spin.
There's a lot of people who are very good at calisthenics. Don't get me wrong, right? It's a competitive thing, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
if you guys don't know what calisthenics is, I mean, you guys have been around for a bit, but correct me if I'm wrong. Like, it's anything body weight.
Yeah.
And
I believe so. Yeah.
It's starting there.
Yeah.
And then the more elite style is going to be a lot of stuff on pull-up bars, a lot of tricks, kind of like how do you call it? Not as clean gymnastics, but
street workout.
Street workout.
So, okay, calisthenics is body weight exercises. Okay, body push-ups. It could be like air squats, like the most simplest things in life, to be honest. Calisthenics, I think, had to go up somewhere and like blow up because this is my perspective. Not everyone was able to afford gym memberships and all that stuff. I wasn't able to afford gym memberships, and I'm like, how am I gonna get jacked without having to lift weights? And then I came across calisthenics, and see, Filipino came out calisthenics. Yo, calisthenics, and then people were like saying, oh, yo, you can get jacked with just calisthenics. And then there's a whole controversy in it, like years back, and they're like, you can't get that big. You can only get a certain, like, you can only get kind of big.
There's some big dudes.
Yeah, and then there's weighted calisthenics where you add weight to yourself, and you're like, oh, but that's like now bodybuilding, and you're like, but if I put a backpack on and then I start doing pull-ups, that's weighted calisthenics, and that's not a dumbbell, it's not weights, right? Honestly, calisthenics is body weight exercises, and when it comes to when he was saying elite, like tricks, think about it like soccer. Okay, you're playing soccer. The objective is to get the soccer ball in the opponent's goal. You play soccer, you can't touch it with your hands. You pass it on along your teammates. And then there's keep-ups, and there's tricks with keep-ups and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I was just that guy who wanted to do the cool things about, like, these sports. I'm not saying these sports are simple. They're hard. You need to be athletic to get into, like, the big leagues and all that. But in my head, it's not that I'm doubting myself. I'm not gonna make it to the big leagues, bro. It wasn't my goal.
For what? For calisthenics.
Anything.
Anything.
For like calisthenics wasn't my, like, I didn't want to be.
Why
like,
not?
I don't know. What's the point of getting so big in calisthenics when it comes to, like,
I don't know, a lot of people want to be the best in their field.
Oh yeah, I want to be the best in calisthenics. Freestyling, see, that's like the keep ups of soccer.
Okay.
Right? Like, it's unnecessary to just go on a bar, spin 360. Like, what are you gonna do with that? And, like,
I mean, it's technically the same thing with backflip. It's unnecessary to just flip.
I know, but that's the thing. Like,
unless you make money from it, which you do.
yeah. But at first, it wasn't my goal. It's like I didn't want to make. I didn't think I was gonna make money from it, honestly. Yeah. But then it got to the point where it's like, okay, if I'm not monetizing this eventually in my life, what's the point? And then you can argue. There's a lot of people who just do it because they love it. They to have fun. I love it. I have fun. But if you can make money with it too, well, why not?
Yeah.
Right. Literally, why not?
Pause on that, bro. Because like I was confused when you said you don't charge for lessons and stuff.
Yeah. No. Like
that confuses me because like you have like a regular job as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're world class at teaching people. Like you're a good teacher, bro.
World class crazy.
I'm serious. No, world class is real. Like I've been around a lot of people, a lot of coaches who are world class, and I would put you in that category, bro. Like the way you can articulate your words and understand at least every aspect of flipping, like the body awareness when you're in the air, like where to look, like how it's there, bro.
Yeah.
And it's confusing to me because like I'm just like, oh, there's so many people who are world class and that's what they do full time because like, you know.
Yeah, like, okay, this is the thing. I will monetize eventually. I used to monetize. Not even too long ago I stopped, right? Yeah. Like there's a lot of people who's like, there's people in my DMs
you flip for the Raptors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that's part of your career as well. It's like everywhere.
Yeah. Like it's not that I don't like teaching. It's kind of like that's not my focus right now in teaching. But if there's people who really want to learn from me and it does take up the time where I am making money, I will charge them.
No.
Right? But coming across you came at my session for training and you just wanted to learn a backflip with our friends and all that. Obviously, I'm just going to be like, yeah, why not? I love teaching people. Number one is because I actually really care. Okay? I've gotten hurt. I've seen people get hurt. I just wanted to do a backflip because I
saw our friend get hurt.
Yo, if you're clipping into that video, you gotta ask this guy to clip it in first if he's allowed to. But it was bad. It wasn't my fault. I was not there.
It was my fault, guys.
I have never let anyone land on their neck like that. Okay, like that's the thing. That's the last thing I want you to do. Okay. When it came to flips and tricks, I didn't learn from anyone other than YU. Do you know what YU is?
No.
YouTube University, bro.
I love that.
Yo, YouTube University, everything you can get.
You can learn anything off YouTube or even the internet. ChatGPT is wild now, bro.
Yo, if ChatGPT could teach you a backflip, yo, you're different.
It probably can.
Probably, bro. I'd be like, yo, ChatGPT, write me a whole course on how to backflip, boom, sell it to people. Now, see, that's unethical. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you have to be there
also,
for.
Also, that shit doesn't work, bro.
Yo, some guy's gonna go like, I learned a backflip off ChatGPT, and you're gonna be so wrong for that.
I mean, I think with any type of coaching, bro, the accountability is the biggest part. Like we talked about this earlier. Like
statistically, yeah.
Statistically, I mean, I guess if you put all your attention there and you truly believe it, but it's hard to learn things when you don't have skin in the game, when you're not invested fully into it,
100%.
Because we're so surrounded with so much stimulation from like movies to watch or like even podcasts to listen to or like what to learn on the fucking internet. Like you could go on YouTube and like how to whatever, and there's so many things, you know. Like it's hard to place your attention.
Yeah, that makes sense. I honestly, if you really want it, you will get it. You actually will. Like, I learned a backflip all by myself on grass. it was like social media wasn't even a big thing then. At least it wasn't a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I just wanted to learn how to backflip. I still have the video too, and it was a round off backflip.
You still have the video?
I have the video of my first ever backflip, and I took
Wow.
it down because I was like,
Why did you take it down?
I don't know. Like social media wasn't a thing. I didn't care about it as much, you know. And I took it down, and
If
then
you didn't
eventually,
care about it, you would have left it up there though.
it was one of those times where it's like, okay, I had Instagram, I posted something, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna delete everything. And then years later, I was like, yo, not years, maybe like months later, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna do some like social media.
Yeah.
Why not? Everyone's doing it. People.
When did you start taking social media like slightly more seriously?
The second half of 2023, right? It's 2025 now.
Yeah.
So like quarter 2023, third quarter 2023 is when I took it seriously, and I posted every single day for like almost a year.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then it was all about consistency. Like T, our friend, she posts every day, and she's just like, Zandy, just post every day, and then you'll know, right? Because she can only give me so much sauce, just so much on her head. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do it. Boom, and then I blew up in some things. You know, I got a lot of followers, and I'm like, yeah, I could do this. I could do it. Like, and at first I was like, I want more followers. That's how everyone starts. Like, be honest with yourself. When you start social media, there's a lot of you guys who just want to like blow up and have a lot of followers and stuff, but numbers don't matter to me in my head anymore. Because like what I'm teaching specifically, if someone gets hurt and I'm there teaching them, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's someone's life on the line, bro. Like, I've been hurt before. It took me time to learn certain tricks. I've come across people who didn't want to teach me, and you know, like at the time I was like, fuck these guys, you know, like these guys don't give a shit. Like, I need to find someone who cares. And then eventually I became the person who cared.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I want to teach people how I learn certain things in faster time, even though that's technically not right, because when it comes to flips, it does take time. But there are moves, I believe, that you can learn right away, like backflip. He learned a backflip right away, but it doesn't mean he's going to backflip like just like that consistently. Like, unless you do it every day. Like, it goes back to, if you really, really want it, you'll do it every single day. I'm not gonna force you to do it every day.
What was your process for like social media? Like, what value did you want to bring to the platform?
Spilling the sauce for free.
Yeah,
bro, I come from nothing. It was so hard for me to pay for a gym membership, let alone getting a session from someone teaching me how to backflip to cost like hundreds of dollars. Right now, my rate was around there. Right, that makes sense. In terms of my time and like how I value the knowledge I have to teach people, if it does come across my training time, or like when I work and like content editing, because I want social media to be like my full-time job. So
eventually,
like, yeah, eventually,
still, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Till this day, like I'm trying to be my own boss. You know, if it comes across any of those times, I will charge someone just because like that's my life. But if you happen to be there at Monkey Vault, or if you're a friend of mine and you know my schedule and you're like, yo, I'm gonna come training with you, I'll teach you right there and then. And then either way, I post this on social media and it's free. Everything I teach, I honestly learned that way.
Yeah, I feel like also like you teaching it makes you a better flipper. Like, you understand your body more. You 100%. Understand other people's bodies more. Like when I'm training people, like just personal training, like the more bodies that you like teach, because everyone's body's different. Like you understand how tall, lengthy person with longer legs flips, or you know,
exactly.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's a leveling up game, bro. Like, you have to level up around people when it comes to teaching them, right? Like, I'm not tall and lanky, but if I'm teaching someone tall and lanky, and then I see them how they flip, and then I adjust something, and I'm like, oh my god, that worked for you. Tall and lanky, it works for these tall and lanky people. Yeah. Right? I even got people who are over like 250 pounds to like flip. Yeah. Right? I'm like, oh my god. Like, yo, there's this guy on Instagram. His name is Fat Freerunner or something. Okay. But he free runs and he flips and he does crazy stuff and he's fat. And I'm like, guys, I post this on my story. There's no limit to what your body can do, right?
I think I saw that, bro.
There's no limit, bro. Like, if you believe enough, you will get what you want, right? And it comes to like the woo-woo stuff, like manifestation. Manifestation is real, but you have to take action. That's what everything in life. You can just say whatever you want, but if you don't take action, it's only a dream, brother. That's it.
Spitting facts out here, bro.
Yeah, it's only a dream.
Yo, you keep talking about how like you represent Scarborough. I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know Toronto,
Guys,
so I don't know Toronto. I don't know
love
Canada.
Scarborough.
Like, why are you so passionate about Scarborough? What's so good about Scarborough compared to like other areas of
Guys,
Toronto? Or can you describe it? Because I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about Canada, bro.
Scarborough, east side of Toronto. I can't say it's a small city. It's pretty big. Culture there is different. I've been all around Toronto, GTA. I've been everywhere. I know how people move. It's just the way we were raised. At least how I was raised. It's my own opinion, my own experience. I was raised there. A lot of my friends were there. I've learned a lot. This can go so deep, bro. But Scarborough, like, my roots are there. Every hardship I went through, every experience when it comes to like good friends, bad friends, work, life lessons, they were all there. And I knew for a fact that, okay, maybe I could have went to another part of the city and was raised there and learned the same exact thing. But I feel like there's something in Scarborough where the community just hits different, right? Like, there's a lot, bro. The food there, the people, like people, they think it's dangerous in Scarborough, bro. Like, I've never been in danger or felt in danger. Maybe it was because I was like raised there. But knowing in my heart, everyone there is just good. Like, if you were doing something wrong and you're in Scarborough, you had probably a good reason to do it, right? Like, I feel like you don't just do anything for no reason unless you're like mentally not there. Scarborough turned me into a person that I know I had to be today.
I feel like people who like stand by their hometown or stand by like the basketball team that they are a part of, or like, you know how like when you're watching a sports team, they're so passionate about like the 49ers or the Dallas Cowboys or like whatever team. Something happened to that hometown that it's like it's theirs, it's part of them,
rooted,
it's
bro.
who they are.
Yeah, man. I think it's a community thing, bro. Like, I was raised in Malvern, Scarborough, and there's a Malvern recreational center, and I played ball there all the time. Like, and a bunch of us who played basketball there, we were there because it was free, right?
Yeah.
It's not that we were degenerates, but like we had nowhere to go after school.
Yeah.
Right. Well, at least I did. But like a lot of my friends I met there, they didn't have a place to go to home to after school. So there was like a community center who helped a lot of us out.
Yeah.
Right. I've met people there, and I put myself in their shoes. I'm like, I'd be like, "All right, guys, I'm going home," and they're like, "I'm gonna stay here for a couple more hours," and I'm like, "Damn, okay." And it's not like their love of basketball is what kept them there. It's just the people that like kept them there and raised them to be good souls and good people growing up. Like, no, I get it. Everywhere in life, there's like some poverty or like some hardships going on. But because I was in that time, that era of like being in Scarborough, like being raised there, like I've seen friends like go down the bad rabbit hole. I have friends today who made it out of like the hardships, you know, and I have friends who are still in there.
Yeah.
I can't say, I don't even know if they're my friends anymore. Like some of my friends are not mentally there.
I also feel like you outgrow a lot of friends. Like there's one thing that I'm pretty sad about when I go to my hometown. When I was 15, I was like this busboy at this Japanese restaurant, and I worked my way up to a server. I was a sushi chef for a little bit.
Me too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, bro.
Dude, we're twins, my guy. And like I went over to university, and then I've had this whole personal training career and like a bartending career, all this stuff. And then I go back home, and there's a couple people who have the exact same job. And it's been like over 10 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, like the amount of stuff that I've done in this 10-year frame is just grown and learned more things and learned more things and learned more things. And this person is at the same routine every single day. There's like not a lot of growth objectively, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what like I kind of feel like you're talking about right now.
Yeah, man. Like
and it's not like I have any animosity or hate towards that person or like whatever. It's just like I've grown so much like as a human being that like I've leveled up, and not in a like I'm a better than you way that it's like I want to get better. I want to be the best human being I can be, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. It's because, like, everyone has their own timeline. Like, you can't even... Before, I would be like, oh, man, you're comfortable. You got to do something different, right? But there's some people out there who's been doing things for 20 years and they love it, right? Like, you could say that their comfort zone, but you only know, like, a surface level of their story. Like, my brother, he's been a cook ever since he went to culinary school. I don't know if he graduated. I don't remember, but he is now like head chef in one of the Jack Astor's in our city.
What's a Jack Astor?
Jack Astor's is a restaurant.
Okay,
like
a chain.
Yeah. Do you know what the Keg is?
No.
Oh, it's like a steakhouse, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, burgers, steak. He's the head chef there now. He didn't go to school, but he's been cooking for so long. And at some point, I'm like, bro, like, do something else. Like, you're not getting anywhere.
But does he like it?
He loves it.
Okay.
He made it.
Yeah.
He made it. He doesn't like. He didn't have to go to school and he made it, and he still loves it, right? And he's making a lot of money from it. Like, I get it. Me and you are just the same. We like to do different things because I don't know if we have like ADHD or anything, or like we just want to just do the next thing.
I don't think it's that, bro. I think there's so many cool things to do in this world. I think that there's something cool about learning the backflip just to fucking learn it. Like, you see a superhero do it, you know?
We find our reasons, right? Like,
You
a
know?
lot of people don't need a reason to do what they do. They just do it. Like, you can, like, for like, the same example.
Like, we were talking about juggling. I don't know. I want to do it because, like, one, I know it's good for your brain because of coordination-wise.
Yeah.
And two, it looks cool.
Yeah, you see, that's the knowledge you know about it, but like someone could look at it and go like, "Wow, that's amazing," but I wouldn't want to do it. Like, there's no point. There's literally no point.
There's plenty of people who say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing with backflips. Same thing with anything.
I have a friend who goes just like, "Bro, I'll learn a backflip from you, but tell me, what the fuck's the point? Like, what is it? Like, I'll just do it, but like, there's no reason for me to do it." I'm just like, I ain't forcing you, bro.
I feel like the reason is because it's hard, bro. Like, hard things make stronger human beings. Hard things make people strong-minded, bro.
Okay, but you know that thing where it's like jack of all trades, master of none?
Yeah.
Why don't you just be the master of one instead of being a jack of all trades?
Do you know the real quote?
Jack of all trades, master of none.
But oftentimes better than a master of one.
Yeah, oftentimes better than a master of one. But would you rather be kicked by someone who learned 100 kicks like kind of good, or kicked by someone once by the same kick they've been training for 30 years?
That's the other part of it.
Right? It's like, I don't know, man. Like, you know what? How about we don't kick each other? How about we don't kick each other, judge each other, and just do what we gotta do, right? Because our lives, if we put our statistics up and go like, what's our level of juggling, what's our level of calisthenics, blah, blah, we have so much level, like, skill chains. You ever play RuneScape?
Yeah.
Yo, you know how they have so many skill sets and then you like level up every single one, you want to get that skill cape? Me and you want our skill cape for every single one. A lot of people in this world want their skill cape.
Do you think that's a good thing?
For us,
yeah,
it will take longer in time, and it gives us like a variety of things to do, and we don't get bored. That's what I'm telling you. We get bored easily. That's the number one thing, and it's okay to be bored. Being bored is kind of good. I argue being bored is good. Sit down, do nothing for 10 minutes, get bored. It sparks some interest to do something.
I'm never bored.
Exactly, because we're always doing something.
Yeah.
Right. But then there's people who want to just level up one thing and get their skill cape at level 99, and they're just like, yo, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna make bare money off of it. Ask my brother. He did cook. He leveled 99 cook, and now he's making bare money off being a cook, and they're fine with it.
Bro, that analogy got me fucked up, bro.
It's legit, bro. I got so much analogies, and guess what? He's making money from it, and now he can like he has a baby now, and now he's like making money. He can raise this kid well, right? Ways we weren't raised before. And I respect my parents though. I appreciate how they raised us.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like, you can't judge how people want to play their game. They're playing their own game of life.
I've been thinking about it. Do you know who Jesse Itzler is?
No.
No, it's a billionaire guy, investor guy, entrepreneur guy, but he has this whole concept of life resume. Like, when you look back at it, it's like, oh, what's your fucking life resume? How many cool things have you done? Like, I'm trying to build the fucking best life resume out there. Like, how many trips can you go to? How many, what? Like, for example, this Canada trip was kind of spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like, and I was just like, I want to make it happen because I know I'm going to meet some cool ass people, learn some cool shit, like, and just say I did it, you know, like, and I will remember it like for the rest of my life. You know, like right away. And it's pretty far, and like, it's an investment, but it's an investment in who you are, the person you become, this life resume, you know? You spend money doing it, you spend doing those things, but I spend money eating out at home too. Like, you know, it's like, where do you put that?
You're just an adventurous guy, bro. That's it. Like, there's a lot of people who would be so fine with not doing all the things me and you are doing. Like, they will live their life and die and be happy.
One of my best friends from college, all he does is work his dentistry job. He loves it. Like, cool. It makes his bread, and he comes home and he plays Call of Duty all the time, and he loves it. And like, he's the type of person who hits me up. He's like, bro, why are you learning that? Like, it makes no sense, like, to do that.
Yeah,
and I was like, bro, why are you dimming my light, my guy?
Just like that. Like I say, you can't judge. Like, the way I won't judge you guys for doing the same shit all over again. Just like, don't judge me, because like I have my own reason that doesn't have to be justifiable to how you feel about why I'm doing what I'm doing, bro. Like, I don't feel obligated to explain to you why I need to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
What's your favorite form of fitness, bro? Like, you're so multi-talented. Like, if you had to choose, like, gun to your head, like this is the thing that this is it that I love the most.
I would say, like, if I had to like
do one form of fitness.
One form of fitness, calisthenics.
Calisthenics all day.
I have a argument. Okay, so
what are we arguing about?
I have a good argument. I've had this with some of my friends. I'm like, would you rather be a bodybuilder or calisthenics when it comes to like survival? And they're just like, yo, bodybuilder. I'm like, why? They're like, yo, I'll survive everything. I was like, bro, if you were falling off a cliff because you were chased by something and you needed to do a muscle up to get out of somewhere, will you do it? And he's just like, yeah, bro, I'm a bodybuilder and muscle up. I'm like, you only care about yourself. I will muscle up and carry someone on my back and save 2 people where you only save yourself.
That's fair. I mean, I feel like bodybuilding workouts, you can't even lift yourself off a cliff like most people, and not because you're not strong, it's because the mobility or the dexterity of the shoulders and your lats, like, it's just different. It's totally different.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the question you asked me, like, if I had to pick one, calisthenics, because like, I think it's the most natural way to live life, I think. Cavemen said, yo, I'm gonna make a dumbbell. Bro, these guys had to carry themselves, bro. I think it's the most natural
thing.
Bro,
you need to come to LA with me, because if we do these weighted carries up mountains, like, we'll take a big rock or a big medicine ball and just hike up a mountain.
How
bro.
heavy?
The most I did was 65 pounds.
Okay, that's like military stuff. Like, my rucksack was like 85.
It's different though, like, 'cause you can do a rucksack, I mean, it's all the weight's here. Like, you put it on your shoulder, your whole core on the other side's working, you know, and then you're like, oh, my neck fucking hurts. Like, the other side, and like, oh, both necks hurt. I'm gonna carry it in front of me like a pregnant lady.
Rucksack is actually easier because like it's actually on your hip.
Yeah.
We have like a hip.
You put it all there,
and it's all on your hip, so it does make sense. But then we're walking.
How was military, dude? How did you like that?
Damn, not a lot of people know I served in military. Maybe only people I went to high school with and people who grew up with me. But I served in military. Can't say how much for how long, but I did my training, did what I had to do, and I was an infantry soldier.
For Canada?
Yeah, for Canada, and I enjoyed it. But I think the only thing that clicked in my head was like, I'm an infantry soldier. What's that? What do infantry soldiers do? Oh, we're like front lines. We kill people. Like, I don't want to kill anybody, bro. Like, when I was saying it to people, I was just like, yeah, bro, I'm the toughest motherfucker in the world. But then it got to a point where I'm just like, this is real life. If anything goes down, I don't think I have the balls to kill anyone, unless my life depended on it. And they kind of force you to do that. They force you to be in that point where like your life does depend on it. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be forced to do what I. Like,
so what inspired you to go into it then?
My uncle, growing up, my aunt married a white guy.
Okay.
And he was in the military, and he took care of me a lot of times when my parents were at work. He brought me out to a bunch of his military events. Mm-hmm. His house was all military, and he taught me everything.
You just looked up to him.
I love that guy. He taught me so much things, right? He's like the ultimate northern white guy who lived in a farm, and he just wherever he went for like his mini adventures, whenever he was free, he brought me. And I was just like, I only realized that maybe like the past couple of years that this guy did a lot for me, and I was just a kid who like cried all the time. Like, I don't want to walk in the snow with like these like
the snow boots, the big ones.
Yeah, it looked like but his was like makeshift, bro. It was like a tennis racket.
Oh,
it looked like a tennis racket. You know, like them Eskimos.
Yeah,
the native people in the snow.
Not the Eskimos.
Yeah, I did all that growing up, and I just didn't. I'm like, I can't believe it.
Yo.
He kind of brainwashed me, and not in a way where like I hated it. It's just like, damn, I like the military. He gave me a lot of like bullet shells and stuff, and I've had a lot of like knickknacks from the military, and I just loved it. And I'm like, I don't know what else I want to do with my life. I don't want to be a cook. My whole family's a cook.
Yeah.
Military is the way to go.
Yeah.
Like a lot of life experience. I played a lot of Call of Duty growing up too. I thought it was hella cool. I did my 1-2, and I said, it's not that this is not for me, but I ain't doing this for the rest of my life, bro. Like I want to do a lot of things, and that's why I just left. There's a lot of other deep things, like I didn't want to do it because like life at the time was hitting. I wanted to help family, but all in all, I'm like, I want to do more.
Yeah.
Can't just do
I
this.
feel like too, like when you grow up, like the people who are around you, that's all you know. You don't know what the possibilities of careers are out there either, or possibilities of like, and then when you find out, like when you go out of your hometown or out of like wherever, or you listen to podcasts or you see movies, like there's a few people who were on the podcast who are from Birmingham, England, and he was super into his name is Phil Fury. He's an artist out in LA, and he was super into sneaker culture, basketball.
Okay.
Right, and then so he started making digital art out of basketball shoes and turning them into like insects of art, like a butterfly
That's crazy.
out of like dunks, right?
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful, dude. And like that's why he wanted to move to LA, and you know, but you would never know that without media or anything like that. There's like the internet and like just being able to see other places of the world inspires you to do things.
Yo, what if the internet brainwashed us to want to do more, and the people who are not deep into social media like that are only doing their own thing because they weren't exposed to certain things like that?
I feel like I definitely consume way too much social media compared to some people, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, like, okay, I always use my brother as an example because
Yeah.
like it's not that he's so like, he is living the 9 to 5, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's fine doing that because he's not scrolling on social media all the time, and he's just like, oh, that's cool, because like what he does with his life is already interesting enough, and he's like, this is it. Before social media, everyone had like their one thing, right? Like farmers were just farming, right? And now on social media, you'll probably find a farmer who does some next shit on social media,
Bro.
Yo, it's crazy, bro. But it's because they were introduced to the fact that like, yo, this is it. Like, you guys can do more than just farm.
I remember I saw this farmer who was doing like TikTok dance videos, like the little like cowboy stuff, and he blew up, bro.
Yeah, like things like that. But, like a dancing farmer, like why can't you do
a little
that?
two-step.
Yeah, social media is like a double-edged sword. If it will cut you in ways that you can't imagine, but you can also use it to cut for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're blessed in the sense of like there's a lot of friends that we have who do well on social media as a career.
Yes.
And I guess for me, I have a lot of clients who have young daughters who social media is very negative on their health in terms of mental health. They think they're so ugly, or they compare themselves to all these things too. And that's a very negative aspect of it as well.
It is.
So like seeing both sides, I'm just like, dang, like I see the goods, I see the bads. Like, how do you mediate that, you know?
Honestly, man, I feel like as a kid, growing up as a kid, especially if you're like a kid now, like I say 18 and younger, and you're living in this lifetime right now, you guys have it a little harder when it comes to exposure into social media, because you have your phone, you have access to everything right away, and you don't really have like the outsource of friends and family who are like fully experienced with like being exposed to this to tell you what's good and wrong. So then when you're like in the middle of the night, you have school tomorrow, and you're like on your phone scrolling through social media, and you see what pretty is, you're like, oh, but I'm not that. And then there's no one there to tell you like, you're beautiful, you're pretty. Like, does this make sense? Like, you're using social media as validation to what your thoughts should actually be, versus to like how we grew up. We didn't have social media at some point. We got to like bike
slightly though. I think I got mine in 8th grade.
Social media in 8th grade. We're the same age, bro. I didn't touch social media until like 3 years ago.
What?
Yeah. See, I told you, like, this is it. I got to be that kid who like hop on a bike, ride to my friend's house, and go like knock on the door. Hey, you want to play outside? Like,
I mean, I definitely did that too.
yeah, and then I wasn't really on my. You know what? It's
3 years ago, like literally 3 years ago, you weren't on social media.
I didn't care much about social media. I just posted whatever, and then I wouldn't be on my phone for hours, bro.
Yeah.
Hours. I would just do things like I would play video games. I would just go to the gym, work out. Sometimes I left my phone at home.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really care about it. Now it's like the first thing I look to when I wake up.
Yeah.
You know, like that's bad too. But if you can't control it, like if
you can control it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who tell you online.
It's also crazy now. We're like adults, and like we have to mediate like our usages of stuff. Like right now, we're monitoring like what foods we put in our body. Like when we were younger, it was like Mom's like, you gotta eat your green beans and you can't have too many ice cream. And like I gotta be that for me now. Yeah, like that shit's hard, bro.
Shout out to our parents, bro. You got to deal with that yourself and us.
Yeah, for example, and then like now, like we have to mediate our own social media use because we know it's not good for us. We need to mediate like.
Too much of anything is bad for you.
Yeah.
But if you can learn, like that's what I'm saying. Like these kids right now, they don't know how to mediate social media, and their parents don't either, so they can't really teach them that.
Yeah.
They have to figure it out themselves. Where we had like the skim of both, and we kind of know how to figure it out. And then there's adults who are getting. You're never too late to blow up on social media. There's like dads and grandparents on social media right now, but they have enough life experience to understand like, okay, I can't be on this all the time. Like I literally have a life. Like social media is not life, guys.
How do you balance it?
For us, I think it's easier for me and you to balance it because we do a lot, bro. Like we understand that we can't do everything and have our phones in our pocket all the time.
Yeah.
Where if you're a kid and you're in high school and all you have to do is like school, like you can have your phone with you all the time. Yeah. Right.
The one thing that's making me realize is a lot of people. You have a really good community out here that does talk and have dinners and stuff a lot, or community. But there's a lot of people who don't have long form conversation like what we're doing now just for this podcast. You know, like a lot of people will have like their 30 minutes, yo, what's up? Couple like, and they're afraid to like, they can't hold a conversation for very long.
Yeah, unless you guys are like friends, right? It's kind of hard. I feel like that's everywhere in the world, bro. Like, do you think so? Or like at least
before, like I don't know. Like when I went to Europe for a while and my phone wasn't working, like you say hi to someone and you're having coffee and they're like, "Can I join you?" And then you end up talking with your third cappuccino or like third Negroni, and like you're just talking about life and shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but it's because you put yourself in that environment, right? So imagine you went to Europe for like a content creation party. You're definitely gonna. There's definitely bands in Europe that do content. Come on, it's everywhere around the world. Yeah, it's definitely situational, man. Like before social media, I didn't have social media friends. Yeah, right until I put myself in a social media place, and I was just like, how do I meet these guys? And now, like, bro, like 80% of my friends are people I used to look up to.
That's interesting.
Yeah, bro. Like
that's so interesting that you say that because like I followed T before I knew her too. But like I admired her.
Yeah, I'm telling her straight up. I didn't know who she was when I met her. I did. I had no clue. I was with a friend and she's like, "That's Little T Fitness." I was like, "Are you want us to say hi?" Let's go. Like I didn't give a shit, right? But then you put yourself in a space and you're like, oh damn, she worked a lot. She did a lot of she's up there for a reason. It's a lot of hard work.
And being around that too, it's like you see the work you put into it. Like a lot of people think it's luck. There's some people who are luck, like you show your ass, like you know.
Yo, that's bad social media, bro.
No, there's bad social media, right? Yeah. So there's like that, or there's some people who just use the news or like whatever, and they grow their following based on their looks or the current events going out in the world, like just other people's stuff as well. Like there's a ton of people who grow accounts on memes, you know, all that stuff. To do it like for yourself, like ethically and all that stuff is really hard.
I think so too, honestly, because like I see like I have friends on social media who are up, but then there's like fan pages of them who are also blowing up, and you're like, yo, this is not your content, but they're making money off of it. Yeah. And like it's up to you. It's up to them if they want to like throw a lawsuit on that because like you're using my face. Right? Yeah. So I guess that is an unethical way to blow up on social media without showing your face by using other people's like memes, using them as memes and all that. Where am I getting with this? Being yourself brand is hard, but the way I see it just now, I am playing a video game and I'm the main character,
for
while
sure.
people who are using other people as memes are playing other people's video games and leveling up, and you guys are just like playing yourselves at this point, right?
Dude, I've been treating life as a video game for probably like I think 5 years now. Like every skill that you have is basically RuneScape, bro.
Yo, literally, bro, life is a video game.
You're
Play to
collecting your
win.
coins, and that's actually your bank account. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's a fact, bro.
You're like for example, like you were talking about today at the gym. You're like, bro, I just got this camera and this lens. I was like, bro, that's the next superpower right there. That's the next skill set right there.
yeah,
you know?
bro,
Like,
it took time. You had to like collect coin for that, and then you had to go to the market and buy it.
100%.
Bro, life is. I'm watching an anime right now. It's called Shield Hero.
Okay.
And this guy gets sucked into like a world where he has to save, but then.
Save like.
Okay, so like this man opened a book and he said, "Damn, 4 heroes!" Like, and then he turned like there's a page for every single hero, like, but then so there's a spear hero, there's a bow and arrow hero, there's a sword hero, and then there's a shield hero. So he reads on all 3, and then when he turns the page for a shield hero, there's like nothing about him. It's like empty pages, and then boom, he gets sucked in. He ends up being the shield hero, and then. Everyone hates him. Like the whole world hates him because I don't know. Maybe like there's like a cycle of like constantly summoning these guys.
Okay.
And the last shield hero, he probably was like a piece of shit. So like no one liked him, right? And in that game, in that show, he has to like level up, collect coin all by himself. But like he's down bad. Like no one wants to help him, so he has to figure out his own life.
And it's kind of like Avatar.
Which Avatar?
Last Airbender.
Last Airbender. No. Like Avatar's like 4 elements. This one's like 4 like weapon
not in
hero.
the sense of like a lot of people don't know if they like this avatar, and then he has to figure out how to get all these superpowers. Okay.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
that aspect.
There's another.
It's like the hero's journey type of
Yeah,
deal.
a hero's journey, but this one has like levels and skills and stuff
Okay.
where he's just like, damn, I need to up my cooking. Like I need to level up my.
Like actually.
Yeah, and that's how I see it. Like, bro,
I got a lot better cooking this year.
Yeah.
This
You're like,
last
so
year.
I used to be a cook. Like, I obviously got sucked into it. I've worked in kitchens. I worked in Joey's. I worked in this place called Milestone.
I know where Joey's at.
I worked in Chipotle. I was a manager at some point. I worked as a sushi chef at Lavelle.
Mine wasn't that good, bro. My best, I was just doing rolls. I couldn't do the sashimi shit.
I was being trained by a sushi master.
Okay.
Like he was just there on the.
So you're pretty good with the knife.
I'm pretty good with it, but I ain't like Wallace, bro. You know Wallace?
Wallace has been on the pod. He's cut cucumber on here.
Yeah, Wallace is a sick guy, bro. But like, I will never.
Blindfolded? Can you cut blindfolded?
I can cut blindfolded.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's
You always
impressive.
have to have the claw, bro. You have to have the claw.
My claw's not great.
Yeah, my claw, I won't go fast, but I could cut with my eyes
Like
closed.
I've cut fingernails off when I.
Yeah, it is. I'm like level if this
100?
was RuneScape.
Yeah.
In cooking, hell nah.
No, what are you?
Cooking, I'm like level 45. Wallace is like level 100. My brother is level 100.
Okay.
Right, but like I'm level
If you're
45.
45, I'm definitely like 30 then.
But we can cook for ourselves, right? Like I say,
I
like
don't think that's 30 then.
I'm gonna be
I don't think
lenient
it's
with
40.
levels. Okay, if level 1 to 15 was like a beginner, and once you pass level 15, you're able to like sustain and create food for yourself.
Yeah.
That's good enough. Everyone will stay at level 15. I said, like, you know what? I want to learn a little bit more. And I got to level 45. And I'm like, this is enough. I can cook for a family in the future. I could cook for my family now, and I could cook for myself, and that's good enough, right? I don't need this skill set to be any higher because it gets to a point where it's just like I have to dedicate more years into my life.
I was probably level 75 for bartending.
No downgrade. You can't downgrade, bro. We don't do that.
No, like the thing is, like I wasn't like an expert mixologist type of deal, like because once you get to that level of mixology, like it's similar to cooking.
Mixology, bro? I haven't heard that in my life. What is that, bro? This guy's an alchemist as a bartender, bro.
Yeah, no, liquid alchemist, bro. But I can't use it now, bro. Like I'm in this fitness space where like I'm hanging out with these guys in Canada right now, and all of them are just like fit motherfuckers that do cool shit, which like for me it's equal that in LA, but also like a lot of rambunctious party people who like also love the art of the cocktail, who and who love good food, bro. And I'm just like, fuck, I want to hang out with you still, but I can't be T sometimes and bring like my meal prep to like this nice 5-star restaurant that makes good cocktails, bro. I can't do that. That's sacrilegious, bro.
Yo, T's a real one, bro. She comes to like dinners with her meal prep, bro. She's locked the fuck in. Like I can see why I do that, but like it like maybe I'll do that now because I'm in prep too, but like
the thing that got me fucked up, bro, is like you think you work hard and then you meet someone who works 10 times harder and you're like, you're not working hard.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's kind of like an egotistic thing too. Because like, I think I don't work hard enough, like at all. Like till this day. I feel T feels the same way. I won't speak for her, but like, that's why we want to grow every single day. And you probably don't feel that way either. 100%. That's why you keep saying that right now. But I'm telling you, you work hard, bro. Like you can never compare yourself to your time to anyone else's other timeline. I
think you can.
You could if you want to fucking sabotage yourself.
I don't think that's true.
Why? This is a good argument. I could go deep in this.
I don't think it's true because I think the reason why that person most of the time, unless you got lucky, got to that point is because they worked 10, 100, 1,000x more than you. Their output, their work is a representation of where they are at in life. And therefore, you are not working hard enough.
Well, okay. Here's my argument. You can't...
Let's compare it to working out real quick. So let's say we'll talk about your bodybuilding coach, right? He's jacked. Jacked.
Love that guy.
Jacked guy.
Yeah.
You look at his body, like his last show, shredded.
Yeah.
Right? I would say I'm not at that level yet because I did not put that amount of work in.
Yeah, because you can't control time. You can't put that amount of work in such little time
100%,
compared to his.
100%.
That's why you can't compare your timeline to his. If you started 5 years later
that's
from
fine,
now...
but I still need to put that work in. I haven't done enough yet.
Yeah, it's self-sabotage to say that you didn't work hard enough because you didn't have that much time on your plate. That's what I'm trying to say. If I started today and he started 3 days ago... How am I gonna say, damn, this guy works harder than me?
Yeah.
Well, if I keep going, in 2 days from now, I just worked as hard as he did when he
the more work that you put in on those days, though, the faster. Like, if they're putting the same amount of work in as you, still, you have to do so much more right now to catch up.
No, you do as much as they did because from like, if I had here, I'll give you an example. Okay.
Say hi to Rocket, guys. He's barking.
Okay, you have cake on the table. Okay.
Okay.
In order for you to finish that cake, you have to take 10 bites. Okay? But each bite is a mouthful.
Okay.
Okay? Person beside you already...
That's impressive. That's impressive.
A person
Zandy out here eating a whole cake, 10 bites, guys.
I could, bro. You know those 2-bite brownies? They ain't 2-bite brownies, bro. They're 1-bite brownies, bro.
He's a 1-chew-swallow guy, too, guys.
Pause. Chill. I chew, bro. I chew. Anyways... You're not gonna finish that cake until you start taking a bite, right? So if he has 5 bites ahead of you, you ain't gonna fit like you're not gonna want to catch up to this guy and like self-sabotage yourself and make yourself feel like shit, right? You want to do the moment you take 5 bites, you're already at the point where he was before when he took 5 bites. But guess what? He already took another 5. He finished his cake, right? You can't compare yourself. The man started first.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So why would you sabotage yourself and go like, damn, this guy's working harder than me? As long as you keep up the same work that you know you're doing and you stay consistent, you'll eventually get to that point, that person.
Yeah, I guess my point is like, it's just being like getting there as fast as you can. Like if you could do 5 bites, if your capacity is higher, like if you can actually eat that cake in 5 bites and not use the 10, like do it.
And that's why you guys need a mentor. Dead ass, right? It's just like if you tried learning backflip all by yourself to the point where I am at right now, you're gonna take as long as I took for me to get to my 100%. Backflip. But since I taught you a backflip the way I like,
it cut the timeline.
I cut the timeline, right? Yeah. So why would you compare yourself? Get a trainer, bro. Like, which is what you did.
Coaches have coaches.
The coaches have coaches.
That's the biggest thing. Like, you have to learn from someone.
Yeah, like take action to like what you know you gotta do, right? Like if I wanted to learn how to do something, I'm not gonna go, and I wanted to do it fast, I'm not gonna go like I'm gonna do it all by myself.
Yeah,
like
you'll like this. There's this quote. I think Alex Hormozi says it a lot. It's you could get the lesson without the scar.
Yes. Exactly. You don't have to put all those hours of work that this person did. You could pay them and they teach you, right? And that's a sacrifice for coaching, right? Like that's why coaches are out there. that's why I wanted to teach people backflips. Like, right? I get how long it's gonna take because it took me a couple months to do it all by myself. Like,
and there's something super rewarding about like you saying words and articulating your hands and like. This person does the thing that you want them to do.
Yeah.
Like, super rewarding. You know, like, take money out of the equation, take whatever. It's like, I figured out how to get this human to do this thing.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I'm just like, damn. Like it worked.
I used words. I waved my hands a little bit, and they fucking did it.
Yeah, honestly, bro, the first maybe like 3-4 people, I was like, fuck, this guy I might fuck this person up. But then it got to the point where it's just like, damn, it works. I believe it. Like, as long as you guys do this, it will work. It's confidence in yourself, bro. Confidence in the knowledge that you have and all the experience that
Bro, I have a question for you. So I'm going through a wrist injury right now.
My wrist is fucked.
No, I know. I saw you do a handstand video, and there's one with a fist and one with hand open.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this dude got wrist problems too, bro.
I do.
So like, what do you do to like make it better?
Okay. Damn, guys.
Because you flip and you put your hand down, and like that's a lot of fucking pressure,
my hands
bro.
are like this. Like
when
my
wrists
are straight. Whenever I put my hand down, if I have to.
It's not flat.
It's not flat. Because the moment I bend my wrist is fucked. Okay, so
It
here, I'm
hurts.
going to show you guys. This hand can go like this.
Okay.
This hand could go like that. As much. I could go bend this way. That's fine.
Do you work on it?
If I go this way, I can't turn it. If I go that way, I can't go that far.
Do you work on it?
I do. I have to do like exercises and stretching, mobility, and all that stuff. But like, obviously, I'll be honest, I haven't been on top of it because I've been just busy like flipping, training, and doing other things.
But you go through like.
That's why I wear wrist
stuff
wraps.
hurts, bro.
Yo, watch all my videos. I'm wearing a wrist wrap when it comes to tricking or anything pushing. But when it comes to calisthenics, I'm hanging on the bar. I don't need to bend my hand, my wrist. I'm like hanging.
Unless you're doing like a muscle up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like even then, I'm wearing a wrist wrap.
Yeah.
Right.
Wrists are tricky, bro, because it really pisses me off every time I'm doing like a push day.
At some point, my wrist was perfectly fine. Like I did all my exercises and all that.
What caused it?
I fell off. Like I thought I was sick one day. I didn't have no skill. I thought I was sick one day, and I hopped on a bar and I tried like spinning before I didn't even know calisthenics freestyling was. I tried spinning.
So this has been a minute. You've had a wrist injury for a minute.
It's been 2019. 6 years. Yeah, and it gotten better at like 2022 because I actually did exercises and like mobility stuff to fix it. So basically, I fell off the bar. It was like maybe like 8 foot high, and I landed with my hand behind my back, so I caught myself like this, and my whole arm went numb. Yeah, man, it fucked me up, to be honest. It's
crazy that you could do all these tricks with like an injury that severe.
Yeah, bro. Like, man, only people understood, man. Like, I ain't doing this healthy, bro. My wrist is messed up. It's been messed up.
I feel like most athletes have a small injury that they always like go through, though.
Yeah, I know, but we know we're hard-headed. We need to take the time to like heal it, but we also don't want to stop training.
Yeah,
that's very bad.
From what I've read in terms of like just some peer-reviewed studies, as well as like some trainers who I believe are more competent than I am, have been telling me to like train to the point where it does hurt, like stretch it out to like where it hurts, but not to the point where like it's unbearable.
Yeah.
And like really practice that and do the range of motion and keep getting better and better at that. Like 100 reps, bro, a day.
You need to move it, bro. It's gonna
to
get
keep
stiff.
moving. Yeah, because like the biggest thing, like when I have clients come in, they're like, oh, like I can't squat because my knees or my hips and this and that, and I was like, when's the last time like you like bent below your knees? They're like, oh, it's been 5 years. I'm like, okay, like let's just try to get down there. Like let's use it. Like if you don't use it, you lose it. It's a real thing.
That's a fact,
Fucking
bro.
real
Just
thing,
like your
bro.
backflip. If you don't do your backflip in the next couple of days, you're gonna lose it, bro.
All right, Jam, I'm coming out. We're going. We're going.
No, because like I fixed my wrist eventually, and then I got into tricking more, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna learn a dub, and then I landed wrong again, and then it hurt, and I'm like, I didn't do the same mobility that I had to do, so then I went back. So like now I can't flatten my hand and do a push up.
Yeah,
I literally can't do a push up. I need to have like a straight bar or like put my fist on the ground. That's why there's certain tricks I can't do when it comes to like, there's a move called touchdown rise, and I have to like do a side flip, touch the ground with my left hand. I will never do that because I can't.
Yeah.
So there's another variation where it's called a rise, where I don't have to touch down. It's crazy, bro.
You
like,
just do it without a hand.
Exactly.
That's
like
wild.
I
feel like that looks cooler.
Touchdown. Nah, for trickers who know, man, touchdown rise is like the setup you need. But like right now, I have to like work around it, and eventually, I know for a fact my wrist is gonna heal. I also have a lot of trust issues with like surgeries. Not that I've ever been through a surgery like that, but you know how big pharma works, bro.
Shit's scary, bro.
Shit's scary, bro. Joe, you can take me too much. I start taking some BPC 157.
BPC 157.
157.
I think that's what it is.
Some like growth hormones. I ain't taking no steroids. You guys know what I mean. If you guys have your research.
Are you gonna
on
do
that.
natural?
Yeah. I'm staying natural, man. Like
For the show?
Yeah.
What inspired you to? I mean, like, I know it's on the DL, but what inspired you to?
Okay, it's okay.
To do bodybuilding again.
Back in when I first started working out, I started working out since high school. That was basically the first thing I've ever done, other than like
Same.
I played basketball. Like I played a lot of basketball, but
He says he's good.
I'm pretty good. If you don't know me, that's fine. But like if you played with me and you played a serious game, I'm nasty, bro. Yeah, I'll big up myself.
I love
for
the
that real
confidence, bro.
quick. Anyways,
You can kick my ass. I'm not good at basketball at all.
So there's I did bodybuilding. I loved it. I had my reasons to like work out. Like I wanted to get fit and look good and all that stuff. And then I was gonna do a show back in 2019. I was ready. I was like in the cutting phase where it's like maybe 3-4 weeks out.
Yeah.
And then 2019, boom, the pandemic hits. And I couldn't do it. Yeah, and then it kind of like broke my spirit, and I was just like, "Fuck, what can I do now?"
Did you just want to do it to say you did it?
Yeah, man, it was kind of one of those ones like, what is the most elite form of bodybuilding? I think it's like presenting yourself on stage, showing all the hard work that you put in, and just being like the staple of what true fitness should look like. Which is obviously not what it is. But like your best physical peak physique, right? And a lot of bodybuilders I looked up to all did shows, and I just wanted to do that. I'd be like, yo, it'd be nice to be on stage to do it.
Yeah.
Pandemic hit, then for a couple of years I didn't know what to do. I was just working out at home, got into calisthenics, and then we were in the pandemic, right? So like there's nowhere to train, so I learned everything outside.
That's crazy, bro.
Everything outside, bro.
It's crazy the skills that you developed in just a short amount of time.
Bro, it still blows my mind. Like, there's people who watch me and see like, oh, this guy probably been doing it for years, which I don't mind. That's an honor to hear.
It's less than a decade, right? Way less. It's like 6 years.
It's probably almost. I'm on my fourth year, meaning like I'm past 3 years, and I'm currently like getting into my fourth year. I started everything in 2021.
Of fitness.
Like tricking and calisthenics.
That's wild. Like parkour too?
Yeah.
That's
you could say
wild.
you could say I've been doing parkour for life. Like when I was a kid, I climbed trees. Great. Like
Yeah.
I don't think just because you climb trees and you wanted to climb buildings. doesn't
Bro,
mean
have you
did
seen
parkour.
there's something about that. There's some people who climb trees that they just hype it up. They said it makes you a happier person. Like I have a couple buddies at home who are like
You touch nature, bro.
our age. Yeah, I know, but you could go outside and touch a tree and not climb it.
And
you
feel
could-
good about it.
Yeah, you put your feet on grass, feels good.
Yeah, and grounding.
Yeah. Do you know the science behind it?
Yeah, bro. All the like, is it negative electrons? and
The
it thins
pH levels?
Yeah,
Yeah,
thins
yeah.
out your blood.
Yeah.
Bro, man, like, I'm glad I met this guy, bro. Like, there's a lot of things we have in common.
Yeah, he was like, bro, what?
I was like, yo, like, I don't talk to people about this. I do my own research, and I like to do it myself first before I like to spill the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna definitely say spill the sauce more often. The thing that I do hate about Toronto though, it's dark, and we've been just like going through tunnels. You park at a garage, and then you go to another building, and like there's like no outside stuff. I was like, Taylor took like 4 pills of vitamin D, and I was like, I usually take 1. She was like,
Canada, bro.
bruh, you need to inject vitamin D in your veins, bro.
Bro, I love Canada. I love Toronto, bro. Like, people who don't like the cold, you guys don't do winter stuff. Like, they don't like skating. They don't like I don't know. There might be devil's
skate?
advocate. I skate.
Do you
I
ski?
snowboard. I
Okay.
skate. Yo, bro.
There's a lot of people who don't though. Here.
Exactly, and they don't like the snow.
Oh,
right.
okay.
If you don't do winter sports,
It's
if you
very
don't do
pretty.
anything to do
Yeah.
with that, if you don't enjoy anything to do with what it does, like outside in the cold,
Yeah.
you probably don't like winter, right?
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to hear the shit like, oh, I hate Toronto, I'm moving. Like, then go, bro. I don't want to hear it. Like, I love Toronto.
There's one thing I do. Your community out here is like unmatched, bro. Like, yeah.
Honestly, like, I'm gonna give love to Toronto. I love the people here.
Yeah, like the energy was wild. Like when we went to Monkey Vault, bro, and there was like 20 people there that like showed up because like Taylor was, or even we went to like this gaming place called Activate, and like everyone showed up, and Taylor was like planning it out, and like everyone was there for the people. Like LA's the type of crew, like we'll plan something together, and like everyone drops out week of. like, and 5 people show up, which is fine. Like, that would be a good time with those 5 people. But I'm the type of person, if I say I'm gonna be there, I'm there 100%. You know, and like everyone's showing up and like just being there and like everyone's having a good time, like learning from each other. I was like, that's such a fucking cool thing, dude.
Honestly, I've heard a lot about LA where it's like everyone's out to get each other in competition. And
I mean, yes and no, but like I have a good community out there. But in terms of the social media aspect, there is a lot of stories and friends of friends that like I've heard stories from that it is that way. I haven't personally experienced
you could probably find that here, but I just don't focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know for a fact that if I'm going out my house right now and I'm meeting people, I know it's gonna be good energy because I'm gonna first output it myself. Right. What you give is what you get. Right. So like the moment you're a downer and you walk out your house and you become a downer to someone, that person's gonna be a downer to you, bro. Like, so I can only say what
how did you get that mentality? How did you get that energy? Like that positive outlook on everything,
bro. My whole life growing up, I was the most negative guy in the world. Right. And guess what? Nothing's worked out. My life went downhill, bro. Like so bad. I go deep into it, but I'm gonna cry, bro. But my like, I went to shit with my life. Like I didn't do drugs and like all that stuff, but like family, like hardships and all that stuff. And I knew for a fact it was like how I viewed it, and like because I'm like, yo, maybe this is gonna happen. Fuck it, whatever. It might happen, whatever. Fuck the world, like. And it happened, right? And then I got into like journaling, self-help, and all. Like I'm not no woke culture, none of that. But like,
so what made you switch to that? Like, what was the switch to like focus on yourself, to start writing your thoughts down, to get into self-help?
I felt better. It was more like I always wanted to help people around me, right? But how can I help someone if I was like, if my glass was empty, right? So I had to put my own soul into myself, and then now I can like share all the things and it makes you feel better. Like, I think this is a conversation that a lot of people have had before. Are you introvert or extrovert?
I mean, if you define introvert as someone who gains energy from being alone, and extrovert as someone who gains energy from being around people, I would say I'm more so lean towards the introvert side. Okay. But I do love being around people, but it definitely is draining for me.
Yeah, this is a very hard conversation to talk about because like this is a way to tap into yourself and explain to yourself to some people. Because I thought at first I was an introvert, and then
based on the definition that I just said.
Based on a definition, yeah, you said, and like I liked being alone, I liked solo leveling, right? But then it got to the point where like I like helping people, and if I help people, I don't expect them to help me back, but they also get that energy of like, damn, I'd help Zandy too because he helped me a lot. You feed off each other's energy. You're an extrovert. There's a lot of people like you just keep doing it, and then you get more energized. There's positivity. Like humans, this Joe Rogan talks about it all the time. We like communities. We have to be a part of something, right? Like you can't be alone. Like that's so unnatural.
No, for sure.
For a fact, like if you put yourself in a room with no noise, you'll go crazy, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's why prisons, like the biggest thing is like they put you in an isolation room, like with no lights and no other human interaction. Yeah. Like I'd go crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So like I feel like naturally that's community and helping each other out is the best thing you could ever do for yourself and people around you. But you can't help these people if you can't help yourself, right? There's a lot of people out there who wants to help so many people, but they simply don't take their own advice. And you think you're an introvert because you're like, fuck, I just have no energy. I'm gonna go home and just like lay down, think about stuff all by myself and make myself feel better. And then you become an introvert in your head. But it's because you just didn't help yourself enough. Yeah. Right? So
I think the first step, though, at least from my experience, was it's always moving your body, right?
In terms of what? Like
self-help.
Self-help? No.
You don't think so?
No. I think the very first step to self-help would be gratitude. Gratitude. Yes.
Okay.
Number one thing.
What do you mean? Just thankful for everything?
Thankful for everything. Finding reasons, even though you don't believe it right now. Like brainwashing yourself to being happy about something, right? Because like
the only reason why I say moving your body is because like it's hard to just switch a brain and you're just alone, solitude and depressed and be like, oh, I'm grateful for everything, in my opinion. But if we're outside on a run, you know, and we got a little bit of sunshine, like your body is fucking just in a better space to feel grateful, you know? Like, oh, I'm grateful that I can move my body. I'm grateful that I'm outside, you know? Chemically, you're just in a better space to feel those feelings.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I say that.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because, like, I feel like it ties in with what I said. Like, gratitude to be like, I'm happy I have two hands to, like, be able to do this. I'm happy I can start moving my arms. And then you sit there. Like, there's many times where I'm, like, laying down. I'm like, I'm glad I have two legs to, like, walk to where I need to go and run. And I'm like, okay, fuck, if I'm grateful for it, let me get up right now and start doing it, right? Right? There's a lot of people who are out there who just don't have legs, bro. Like, there's so many things you could be grateful for, and you could be grateful for so many, like, right now, if you're watching, if you're even able to watch, like, the hell, you have Wi-Fi. Like,
you got the internet, you got a phone, you got a podcast app or YouTube.
Yeah, there's so many people who don't. Like, it gets to that point where you're like, Zandy, okay, that's too deep. In my head, I'm like, no, it's not, bro. Because you can't get deep with yourself. Yeah. If you can't be honest and deep with yourself, you literally won't get through this life the way you need to be. Right? You have to be super honest with yourself. You can't have secrets to yourself. That's why accountability, you know, when you go like, oh, today I'm going to hit the gym. Who you convincing, bro? Like, who you really convincing? People on your social media or yourself? Because the more you stop going to the gym, you're only lying to yourself. No one really gives a shit, to be honest.
Yeah, no one really cares.
Really gives a shit.
No one really cares.
I realize that. No one cares about you as much as you should care about yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
And you should be selfish with that stuff.
Yeah, it's not really... Like, by definition, selfish always sounds like a bad connotation, but it's not. Like,
you're putting yourself first.
Yeah, put yourself first, because, like, how you going to save the world if you can't save yourself? Right? There's a lot... It gets so deep, bro. Fuck.
What are you most excited for in your life right now, bro?
Me? A lot, bro. Like, I'm excited to like raise the bar to another level. Like,
what's that bar? Like, what do you mean?
So in my definition, the definition would be like the bodybuilding show. I've never done that before, right? Yeah. Like, a lot of people, you guys probably done it before, but like I haven't, and just like
me neither, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
It hits different when you hit when you hear a pre-workout and you're like pumped at the gym. You look at yourself and you see like progress. Yeah. And you're like, okay, as long as I continue doing this, like, it's gonna get there, right? Because like, your goals are always there. It will never disappear. Yeah. You just have to have a proper system to get there. Yeah. Atomic habits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you don't move, you're not gonna get there.
Yeah, and like the momentum from it, bro. Like, I was posing the other day and I was like, oh shit, my back looks crazy, my abs are popping out. Yeah. I was like, bro, I didn't know I could look like this. You know? And that's just a baby step. I'm 7 months out, 8 months out. You know, like,
it's insane, bro.
If you get dialed in, like, how good can you be?
Yeah, it's one of those ones where like, yo, if I can do this at such a small scale, imagine if I just continued big a scale it. Yeah. And then with calisthenics, I'm trying to get like full planche. I'm trying to do crazy combos with 900. And if my Montreal and Vancouver mans don't hit 720, I'm gonna hit 720 soon. So like, I'm there.
Can you explain that real quick?
Oh, so it's like, imagine a pull-up bar, and then you do like a swing, like a monkey swing, and then you pull on the bar, spin, leaving your arms and doing more than one spin. So 360, 540, 720, 900. Yeah. I hit 900 recently. And yo, like,
you had a crowd out there, bro. Have you seen the calisthenic people, I want to say in Israel? Or there's a guy who hit I think it's 150 or 200 pull-ups straight without stopping. He's hanging from the bar the entire time. I'll show you the video after this.
That's cracked.
And he has like a whole town, like 2,000 people chanting him on in the rain.
Bro, that's the spirit bomb, bro. That's crazy. You know what a spirit bomb is?
No.
You watch Dragon Ball Z?
No. I need to get on this fucking anime.
Yo, Dragon Ball Z, he goes like, yo, I need energy from all the people. And then all their energy goes into this ball, and it gets bigger the more people who believes in it. He uses that to like destroy enemies. Wow. So like, that guy had a spirit bomb, bro. He had all the people believing in him.
That shit was real.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
Dude, it blew my mind because I was like, no way this is real. And everyone's chanting, the whole town, bro. There's this pull bar so high up in the air. And I'm just like, I'm over here trying to get 50 straight. And
50 is crazy, bro.
I hit 33 is my max.
33 is crazy, bro. Me, like, probably like 20, 25 max. I don't need to go past 25. There's no
I
point.
don't know, bro. In my head, just 50 sounds cool.
Yeah, see, you got your own reasons. I cannot justify for me doing 50. Maybe one day if I have like a spark of interest, like 50 might be fine.
But I've also been trying since 2019, dude.
I don't know, maybe if you've been trying since 2019 and it's 2025, you need to change some shit up.
Well, I stopped pursuing it for a while. My wrist got hurt, like all that stuff.
You'll get back there.
Like I want to hit that. I want to hit 50 straight without. Is there any other like crazy skills that right now that you kind of want to learn that's on like the bucket list of 2025 or just like in life?
Okay, so I'll tell you guys my goals real quick. This is like a handful of many. Bodybuilding show. I'm trying to hit a front flip regrab. So it's like swinging from the bar, front flip regrab. Trying to get my full planche. I'm trying to hit triple full, like on tricking, which is like a backflip with 3 spins.
That's a lot of goals, bro.
Those are physical goals that I know I could hit easily because this is a physical life, bro.
Yeah.
Right. The hard part to get there is the mentality, right? Because habits is it's a mental game, right?
Yeah.
There's so many goals people have, but if you don't have the proper system to get there, you're only planning for failure, bro. Like
yeah.
So many goals. Like another one would be like financial goal. I'm trying to like save up my first 100K this year. Yeah. We ain't too far.
That's awesome, bro.
And I'm trying to social media, like I want to hit 100K followers on Instagram because now I believe that we're growing. For YouTube, I want to be consistent with YouTube. I don't care about the numbers on YouTube right now. I want to understand the process and the work and like a proper routine to be able to post every week, like full version, not like shorts, like long-term content, and just overall be more healthy and be better than I was last year. Yeah, I journal all the time, bro.
Bro, you're inspiring me.
It's a level, bro. If you guys don't have Notion, download Notion right now because Notion is some next level notes. Like, you have Notion?
No. Game changer, bro. Like, it's literally database within database within database. It's like databaseception, bro. It's so insane, bro. And Really?
it's free. And people,
check it out.
Notion has everything. You can have like a calendar inside a calendar inside a calendar. It's fucked.
Everyone go check out fucking Notion, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. So
go ahead.
My Notion right now, if you guys watch Notion, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys.
Is it like a social media thing too?
No, it's literally like, imagine Microsoft Word or like Notes on crack. If you want to have everything.
I love Notes, dude. I do everything on Notes, bro.
If you love everything on Notes, Notion, bro.
Because like I program clients on Notes. I fucking do like lists on Notes.
You're slacking, bro. There's so many things they offer. Everything.
Notion,
you can have it's like Excel. You could put equations into it to make certain things up.
Is there any other life hacks that you have that are like that?
So Notion is a good life hack. I mean, I don't think it's a life hack anymore, but
definitely life hack if you're talking about it that well, because I think Notes is life hack, but if
Notion's a life hack, bro. If you guys aren't editing on DaVinci Resolve, like DaVinci Resolve is cracked because their free version is insane, and it's all you need to make the craziest edits. And if you buy the full version, it's a one-time payment. Okay. Yo, I'm out here being a advertiser. They don't even pay me, bro. Life hack. They don't pay me for these life hacks. Whatever.
Coming soon. We're speaking.
Give me a life hack that you want to know, because I have life hacks for a lot of things.
Like, for example, like life hack for fitness would, like, I love ice cream, bro. So like all these people talking about the creamy, I'm like, I already ordered one. Like, it's there when I'm at home.
I've never heard of it.
You're lying.
The creamy, bro. That sounds.
The Ninja Creamy?
Sus, bro. Like, what?
You're lying.
Every time you come home, it's there.
You're fucking with me now.
Bro, call Taylor out right now. She heard creamy?
Ninja Creamy.
Ninja Creamy. No, bro, that sounds like a guy who comes into your house, busts a nut, and leaves it for you.
You don't know what Ninja Creamy is?
No, bro. I don't want no man to come in my house, bust on the floor, and say, this
You're
is for
fucking
you.
with me right now.
No, bro.
So it's it's the blending machine right there that turns protein into ice cream.
She has it?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this. That's so
sick. Like, your fitness coach uses it every night. Eric, show your boy what a Ninja Creamy is.
Hey, bro, pause it. I want to see your Ninja Creamy. Bro. No, bro, this is new to me, bro.
Really? Okay,
yeah,
so
bro.
like that's the life hack that I just learned like recently. Well, that is a life hack. I don't know. That's really it. I get my steps in. I was gonna say steps, but like I already hit 12,000 a day just training people. I don't know why I walk so much doing that.
No, bro, I hit like 20,000 a day.
Activate, do activate.
Bro, fuck.
You hit 20,000?
Bro, for my work, I climb like, and 80% of those steps are climbing ladders.
Yeah, that's
so
wild.
my Stairmasters ain't got shit on me, bro. Like I could Stairmaster forever.
That's wild. Yeah, you're this dude slept on. He kept carrying me and our buddy who were like heavier than you.
Yeah.
Like we were light, bro. I was like, "Are you tired? Like, are you okay?" It's like, "Bro,
buzzed,
don't worry about me."
Yeah, I'm chilling, bro. There's worse things in life, okay?
What other life hacks can I think about?
Give me like a what's it called? An option. Give me like a spirit hack, or like give me an idea and I'll come up with one, because I know I have a hack somewhere.
Cleanliness.
Hack for cleanliness, like organization.
Yes.
Notion, bro.
Okay, you already said Notion.
You can okay. A cleanliness hack would be like inventorying everything. So like I feel like the number one reason why people get like very messy is because they don't put things back the way they should.
Okay.
And or you can't find certain things because you don't know where they are.
Like for your cupboard, like there's a place for it every single time.
Yo, tell me if you need something. I probably
I know exactly
where it is.
Okay.
Yo, if you want Muji pens, I literally have 32 pieces of Muji pens. I have a 0.3, a 0.5, and in certain colors.
That's wild. I don't even know what emoji pen is.
It's a pen. It's a nice pen from this place called Muji.
Okay.
Right. I just buy my pens from Muji, but I know how much pens I have.
Okay.
Maybe that's like an OCD or ADHD thing, but it skips me having to think about other things.
You just already know where it's at.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, I know what I'm gonna wear tomorrow. Like I don't have to think about it.
Do you set your clothes the day before?
Yeah. And it's like an order in my closet. And I can't even lie. My girlfriend's watching this. She's like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "Bro, my side of the room might be like a chaos."
But you know exactly where it's at.
I know exactly where it's at. I know for a fact that I may have like 2 pairs of socks left. I'm doing laundry tomorrow.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I feel like organization for life too. Like I have the day that I'm washing my car every single week. I have like my calendar is kind of crazy. It's like coordinated and all those reasons. Like there's a lot of people who are like, bro, like you get more done in one day than I get in 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's because like I plan every hour of every day. I treat it like a game, kind of like a video game. I'm just like, I knocked out all that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're at home, you're tired as fuck, and you go to sleep because you did all this cool shit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, out.
That's how you level up, guys, bro. Oh, yo, let me bring it back to Notion. Notion.
We're back.
So the thing is that people create templates for you. There's this guy it's called Life RPG.
Okay.
He made like a template for Notion for everything you do, like habits, your workouts, everything. And all you gotta do is click it, and then it puts it into like a leveling system, and it'll tell you like if you leveled up today. And if you don't check it,
just
within
gamify it.
It's gamified.
Yeah.
It's super
gamify life. Yeah.
Yeah, but it like you can't just think about it. You can't just think about gamifying your life. You have to write it somewhere. It has to be documented.
So get
somewhere.
Notion and get creamied.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna check it out, yo. That's actually
I broke
crazy.
it though, so I gotta get her a new one.
Really? Damn, bro. That's probably why I didn't get to see it today. Yo,
where can everyone find you, bro? I think we gotta close it up. We're gonna do another one soon.
But yeah, yo, you guys can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is coming. I mean, I have YouTube, but you guys, there's not much there. It's whatever you see on my social medias.
If you want to learn how to backflip, there's a ton of backflipping videos.
I got you guys.
But he's got a better one coming out.
Zandy Sunga official. That's ZandySunga official that's my @ for YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Yeah. And I post not life hacks. I post like self-help, physical health, how-tos, and motivational stuff, just so you guys could level up at the same time as me, because that's how life goes.
He's spilling the sauce, guys. Go check him out.
Spill the sauce.
And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's so nice meeting you.
Let's get it.
Let's go. All right. Peace out, guys. Bye.